Hey everybody, it's Lazy Rider 56. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me on a beautiful spring day here in York. For today's ride, it's not going to be anything special. I'm just going to go up to Clover, maybe hit Highway 55 out to Highway 5 and come on back. Just a nice quiet loop. But what I really wanted to talk about something today that was quite a revelation to me, and it involves sleep. For many years of my adult life, I really struggled with it. I think it was, now that I'm looking back on it, I think it was a combination of stress-induced insomnia and some restriction of my nasal passages when I would sleep. And I'm gonna have to get back with you. I gotta get around an Amazon truck. All right. So, to make a long story short, for many years I struggled with sleep. Prior to 2020, when I was working, I had a long commute. It was about 45 minutes in each direction. And I mean, I really hated that commute. And the stress of knowing I had that commute the next day really impacted my sleep. Very rarely did I get a good solid 8 hours in. There were some days I went into work sleeping going on 2 hours sleep. But 2020 came around, COVID hit, and we started working out of the house 5 days a week, every day, for 2 years. And that stress-induced insomnia almost just magically went away, and my sleep improved a lot. Not perfect, but it did improve a lot. And I thought the insomnia from the stress was really about the only issue. Because when we went back to the office in 2022 on a hybrid schedule, the 3 days I would have to go into the office would be, again, when I'd have trouble sleeping. So when I retired last year, I thought, oh, this is great. I no longer have a commute. My sleep's going to be awesome. I'm going to get a lot of stuff done. Well, I was getting my sleep in, but to get 7 to 8 hours sleep, I'd have to lay in bed 10 hours. I was having trouble falling asleep. I was having trouble waking up and not going back to sleep for 2 or 3 hours. And then I noticed something. I noticed that I would wake up in the middle of the night with my nose sort of clogged up. Not from a cold. It's kind of like I had congestion, but I didn't have congestion. I'd get up and blow my nose and it would help a little bit. Well, it dawned on me, maybe I'm having trouble getting air through my nose and that's affecting my sleeping. So 3 weeks ago, I went and bought some Breathe Right nasal strips. And I wore them. And the effect was immediate. The first night wearing it, I slept like a baby. I went right to sleep. I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, but went right back to sleep. It was the best night's sleep I had had in many years. And it's continued for the last 3 weeks. I've slept so much better. I'm just getting air through my nose so much better. And, you know, I'm going to sleep faster. And if I do get up, I go right back to sleep. I don't lay there for hours on end. And I'm waking up feeling just amazingly refreshed. Now, this is not an ad for Breathe Right nasal strips. Trust me, my little corner of the internet doesn't warrant advertising revenue. Well, let me get up here. As a matter of fact, there's some generic brands. I'm going to try those because they're a lot cheaper. But I just can't get over the change. My workout schedule is being maintained better. I was having trouble keeping the workout schedule going because I'd wake up tired, didn't feel like it. I was working out, but it was not as often and consistent as I wanted it to be. Now, I'm working out just about every day. Now, I don't think I had sleep apnea. I've known some people with sleep apnea. And my condition, my situation just wasn't anywhere near that severe. But boy, opening up my nasal passages changed everything. So I'm going to tell you, if you are struggling with it, try it. It's a low-cost, easy solution. And just give it a try. Now, if you got something serious like sleep apnea, you're probably going to have to go to a doctor, get a CPAP and all of that. But hey, I still say give it a try. It's low cost, low risk. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because it's really made a difference. I mean, the last 3 weeks, I mean, I'm getting so much more done. I feel so much better. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Give it a try. Anyway, we're on the road to Clover. I'm gonna kind of shut up now and let's just enjoy this ride. Okay, I hope you can hear me okay, but getting a lot of wind blasts here. But this area of Highway 5, it reminds me so much of right around Yadkinville, North Carolina. And the reason I say that is when I grew up in Winston-Salem and I went to Appalachian State. So you took Highway 421 up to Boone, and when you got to about Yadkinville, the terrain started becoming more hillier as you started entering the foothills, and this looks just like that. I mean, the same kind of trees, same kind of rolling hills. Now I'm heading east right now, but if you were heading west, you'd eventually, start going into the mountains. So this area is probably about the same equivalent terrain because it's in the same proximity probably to the mountains. But it still feels like going up 421 to Boone. It still reminds me of that. That's probably why I like this road so much. Every time I ride it, I feel like I'm on 421 heading back up to Boone, going back to Appalachian State. So a lot of memories come flooding back when I when I ride this highway. And anyway, just some little nugget of information I wanted to share. Nothing outstanding, just something I noticed. Okay, everybody, I think I'm at my usual stopping point. Thanks so much for joining me today for random thoughts on sleep revelations, nasal breathing strips, and topography. So we kind of hit a wide spectrum of discussion today. But thanks so much for joining. More content to come. Like and subscribe. This is Lazy Rider 56. Have a great day.